everyone. This story was sent in by Daniel, an Uber driver from Arizona. He says, I've been driving for Uber for almost 5 years. I thought I'd seen it all until one night last summer when I picked up a passenger who I'm not even sure was alive. It was around 2:30 in the morning, out on a desert highway just outside of Tucson. My phone buzzed with a request from a PIN that made no sense. It was dropped in the middle of nowhere. No gas station, no houses, just empty road. Still, I accepted. Drivers don't usually ignore late night rides, but the second I pulled up, I knew something was off. There she was, a young woman standing by the shoulder, wearing a long white dress that looked like it belonged in another century. Her skin looked pale, almost gray under the moonlight, and she wasn't holding a phone. That's what got me. How did she even request the ride without a phone? She opened the back door without saying a word and slid in. The air in the car felt instantly colder, like someone had cranked the AC. Where to? I asked, trying to sound normal. She whispered an address. It was in the oldest neighborhood in town, about 20 minutes away. Her voice, it wasn't just soft, it was distant, like it came from underwater. As I drove, I tried to sneak glances in the rearview mirror. Half the time, I couldn't even see her reflection. The seat looked empty, but when I checked with my eyes, she was sitting there, staring out the window. The longer we drove, the stranger it got. My phone screen began glitching. The GPS froze, then rerouted us down an old, abandoned road I didn't recognize. "Ma'am, this doesn't look right," I said, my voice shaking. That's when she finally turned to look at me. Her eyes were dark, so dark they almost looked hollow, and she whispered,
"You're a good man, Daniel."
My chest went tight. I never told her my name. I pressed harder on the gas, wanting to get her to the address faster, but then, from the corner of my eye, I noticed something that made my blood run cold. Her hands, they weren't resting on her lap anymore. They were pressed flat against the glass of the back window, leaving behind smudges that looked more like ash than fingerprints. The car filled with the faint smell of burning hair. I forced myself to keep driving. Finally, we pulled up to the house she requested. It looked abandoned. Boards on the windows, grass overgrown, no lights inside. I turned around to tell her we'd arrived. The back seat was empty. No sound, no door opening, no movement at all, just gone. The only thing left was the seat belt, still buckled. As I sat frozen, trying to process what just happened, the porch light of the house next door flicked on. An elderly woman stepped outside, squinting at my car.
"Did you just drop her off?"
She asked, her voice trembling. When I stammered out what I'd seen, her face went pale.
"You're not the first.
She whispered.
My daughter died on that highway 10 years ago. Burned alive in a car crash. White dress, long black hair. She's been trying to come home ever since."
She pointed to the boarded-up house.
That was her room.
Daniel says he doesn't take late-night rides anymore. And when he sees a request on that highway, he cancels immediately. He told me some passengers pay their fare in cash. Others, they'd leave behind a piece of themselves in your car. So the next time you're driving down a deserted road at night, check your back seat, because not every passenger is alive.